As tomato prices spiral across the country, the government is keeping a watchful eye. Speaking exclusively with Business Today TV's Chetan Bhutani, Kumar Singh, Secretary, Department of Consumer Affairs, said that the prices of the vegetable will cool off in the next 7 to 8 days. He also talked about how AI is being used by the ministry to tackle consumer complaints.
Tomato is a highly perishable commodity, and it has issues pertaining to storage, transportation, and especially if there is a sudden weather disturbance in terms of sudden rain or sudden spell of heat, the crop gets affected. So that is what happened. There's also an issue of seasonality. Every year at this time of the year, prices are generally higher than the remaining part of the year. So we are watchful of what is happening around the country. Delhi prices will cool down because supplies from two districts in Himachal Pradesh, Sirmaur and Solan, will start coming and prices will cool down. Similar things will happen in other smaller geographies. So this is just a temporary phenomenon, and hopefully in 7-8 days you will see a declining trend.
Could you give us an update on the status of pulses and edible oil? Are the prices being stable? In fact, in a recent announcement on tur dal was also done. Could you give us a highlight on that, sir?
So primarily there are 5 pulses which are eaten in the country. Chana prices are low. They are in the range of 70 rupees, and we also going to convert some chana that is available in the buffer to dal, so the prices will further come down. Masoor prices are also low because India saw good production, and also crops in Canada and Australia from where we import have been very good. So masoor, which is lentil, prices are also down. Moong, there was a temporary rise, but now it has, because the crops have been good. MP has been the big producer of moong, so moong prices are also stable. The only problem was in tur and urad, but you'll be happy to know that 2-3 days back the Burmese prices have also crashed because of the good rains here. Some people in Burma were speculating that if India doesn't have a good crop, they can hold on to it and speculate. But when they saw the pattern here, so it crashed by about $100 a ton day before yesterday. And government has also decided to release stocks from its buffer. So both these factors combined, we'll see a downward trend in tur prices.
Could you give us a sense on how AI is being used by the ministry to ensure consumer complaints are addressed faster and, of course, in a more credible manner?
So AI is being used at 2 places. One is the interface where the consumer is filing the complaint. So we are developing a bot where the process of filing a complaint becomes easier, faster and intelligent by giving appropriate prompt to the guy who's filing the complaint. That is number 1. Number 2 is when you have a set of complaints and cases which are there in our database, we run analytics through it and try and pick up which sectors are there where consumers are filing more cases. And then we have a debate with the stakeholders of that sector as to how to reduce those pain points so that the case can be, this is more in the nature of preventive. For example, at the moment India has about 5.5 lakh cases, consumer cases in all our about 700 courts across the country. So we ran an analytics and we found that 1/3 of these cases pertain to insurance.
Okay.
So we called all the stakeholders from insurance sector, including the Department of Financial Services representatives, and we sat for a day and identified as to why so many consumers are coming to consumer courts for insurance related complaints, and then identified a few things. By addressing those, this number of complaints could itself be reduced.
And so when are we seeing an official launch for this particular bot from artificial intelligence from the ministry? Is it still at a trial phase or pilot phase, or do you have a timeline in mind, sir?
So it's at and we don't want to launch it in a premature stage because AI is a double-edged thing. I mean, you don't want it to go wrong. So as is true for all large language models and similar generative AI, we need to train it on a lot of data before you launch it formally. So it might take a couple of more months.
The influencers with respect to the health sector and the financial sector are all having a good time right now, especially on social media, giving advices as far as the financial benefits are concerned, financial gains are concerned through stock markets. SEBI has also multiple times issued various advisories. So are you what steps are you undertaking to ensure these 2 particular subjects are taken care of?
So you're right. Influencers is the new economy, especially with young people. So first of all, let me make it clear, we don't want to become an impediment in that sector of the economy. A lot of young people are making money there, and the size of this sector is about 2,500 crore already. So we don't want to get in the path of that. But however, since it affects the consumer, we want to caution them that they need to disclose. So if you are endorsing a product and you have 10 lakh followers and you have taken money or a material benefit to endorse the product, then you need to disclose. See, on television and newspapers and other media, it is clear that this thing is an advertisement. But when somebody is doing a social media post, it is not clear whether it's their honest opinion or whether it's a paid endorsement. So our guidelines pertain to disclosure only. That you disclose what is your connect. If it's an honest opinion of a consumer, say that. But if you have taken money, please do disclose that, so that the consumers who are watching that reel should take it appropriately in that context.